And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose. It's time for the NBA Live. And midway through the season now, the power rankings starting to show a more complete picture. They're locked in again at that third. Spot, not a bad place to be.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same result.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Richmond. Wembanyama's out there with Antetokounmpo. And there's Chauncey Billups. And it's Butler in at the 3. And for the Lakers, we've got Cunningham. And it's Unseld in at the 5, down low. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
Billups from outside. Rebound the Lakers. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Bing. And the 3 off target. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. I asked him how he'll try to handle Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. The coach remarked, handle? You can't handle Giannis. We'll give him different looks and clog lanes, but really all we can do is pray his shot isn't falling. There's nothing wrong with asking for a little divine intervention on defense tonight, I guess. Guys?
Thanks, David. San Antonio with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
For three, Maravich. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Pass to Wembenyama. Outside, Billups. Inside. That's good from Wembenyama on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
And this is what you want to see. Wembenyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Bing. He's guarded by Billups. Unzel, the pass to Maravich. Here's Cunningham. It's back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
So it's the Spurs now. They trail by 1. Richmond outside. Wants to get it to Butler and does.
Well, if you give Butler an opening, he will exploit the defense.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best move. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
Mid-season, Stan, when you were coaching, would you still try out new plays and tactics and schemes? Or was the recipe set? Was the formula in and that was it?
Well, Kevin, the bulk of what you do is set, but you're always tinkering. And as people start figuring you out, you've got to have counters to what you're doing. So your system is always evolving. You're always trying to get better, and you're always doing new things.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Wembenyama, no good. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Cunningham's shot is off. Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Now, here is Maravich. Still scoreless. And the rejection by Wembenyama. Here's Giannis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
2 shots.
one falls for him.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
Here's Bing. San Antonio with the rebound.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Drills it from outside.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Here's Bing. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Now, here is Maravich, defended by Butler. Just 5 on the clock. And the drought. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. And guys, I'm starting to be concerned that the rim ain't going to survive some of these unsailed jams. There's just so much power to his game.
Outside, Phillips. The 3, Richmond. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Change here. White's checked in. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
Well, last season, this was a team that prided itself on protecting the rim. They were not an easy group to score on inside.
Smith outside. Has to wear. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And let's take a look now at Victor Wembanyama's numbers.
Last season, he played outstanding. First in blocks, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. Now here's White. Wembanyama looking it over.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, You want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Here's Bridgman. He's covered by Richmond. 2 points. That one goes.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Outside Butler. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Stockton against White. Lets it go from the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
And that one's good out of Tacumbo.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Stockton. Here's Ware. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. And Abdur-Rahim pulls it down. Abdur-Rahim's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Bridgman. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Bridgman's got 5 points so far.
And Smith already understands that you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches.
Richmond kicks to Butler. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 2 on the clock. And no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Spurs out in front, up by 8. And we'll be back in. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Wembanyama's out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Smith, and it's Billups in at the point guard position. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Giannis with the dunk and throwing it down hard.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Throws it up high.
Nice recognition from Abdur-Rahim, knowing exactly when to go up for that alley-oop.
San Antonio leading by 8. On the wing, Giannis unloads, and there's Billups. That's good on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Billups has got his first basket of the night.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The drive by Wembanyama, and Wembanyama throws it down.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
Stockton looking around. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Abdur-Rahim, covered by Giannis. Can't hit from 12. The Spurs have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Offensive rebound. Wembanyama. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
They are just killing him on the interior.
So both teams making some changes here. The list of contenders for the three-point contest is really interesting this year. Every one of these guys is capable of going lights out in a setting like that.
Yeah, the field is almost set, and I wouldn't want to have to make a prediction. These are all fantastic shooters. It's just a matter of who gets hot on that day.
He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities and All-Star Weekend, but, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
The voting is just about over, so we'll keep updating you on how it's going. Some very deserving names at the top of this year's list.
Yeah, no problems with the voting thus far. I think the fans and media have done their homework and picked the best shooters in the league.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. From 8. And Ware pulls it down. Lakers trail by 11. Cunningham outside. Pass to Bing. Here's Sharman. Covered by Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And he knocks down the first one. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
The Spurs making a switch here. Porter's checked in. And so he hits both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Phillips dishes to Johnson. Noah up on top. Knocked away. Pass to Sharman. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll start it on the road and play the Clippers in Los Angeles. And then on Thursday, the Golden State Warriors come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, it's one that should be a fun contest. The way the teams stack up against each other makes for some good basketball.
First free throw is good. And once again, Coach, the storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's Billups. Not a lot of room. Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't.
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
No good on that one.
Well, as a 3-level scorer, Porter Jr. remains a key part of this team's offense and how they run their sets. And he's good on the second.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Ware. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now here's Billups. Outside Porter. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Billups has got 3 assists now in this one. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, "My potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by." Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Free throw good, Billups.
And what you love about Billups is that this guy's a winner. A guy his teammates and coaches trust to make the right decision.
And the Lakers making a change here. Smith has checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Richmond, he's checked in for Smith. And Chauncey Billups drops them both. Lakers trail by 11. Pass to Smith. Here's Sharman. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Cunningham's shot is off.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Richmond. No good on that one. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Smith, the pass to Bing. Up and in on the way. Bing's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
All right, fans, here comes your Lakers.
Checked in for Chauncey Billups. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. In third, the Lakers.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Spurs leading by 9. Now White. No scoring in this one. Richmond for 3, and Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Lakers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Sharman, the pass to Smith. Here's Sharman. He's covered by Richmond. Here's Bing. 8 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Unseld. The rebound by the Spurs. They've led by as many as 14 points. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Porter kicks to White. Noah with a screen for White. To the middle. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I love seeing Noah seek out his offense, attracting the D's attention there in the process.
The Spurs have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
The first one falls.
A versatile player. Noah scores, he rebounds, passes, and defends at a high level.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Maravich is checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Instead, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Pass to Sharman. Noah with the block.
Defensive stalwart. Noah's length is what allows him to erase shots.
Outside, White. The 3. He's off on that one.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And, you know, the more you watch Smith, the more you marvel at his feel for the game.
There's 53 seconds left here in the second. On the wing, Johnson. Richmond for 3. Richmond with the rebound. Oh, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Grizzlies. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
Man, good pass right there from Smith Jr. His teammates appreciate that selflessness.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Richmond with the bucket.
Man, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Outside, Maravich. Fires away from way outside. Not going to go that time. And so it's San Antonio ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. The guys were in attack mode.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some. All right, getting back to this game now and the sensational play from Victor Wembanyama.
He's imposing his...
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Mitch Richmond in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Cunningham, and it's Unseld in at the center position. That's the Laker 5. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Cunningham is an elite offensive player, a guy who can score in bunches and does a little bit of everything for his team.
Billy Cunningham taking 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham. And so Cunningham nails both of them. San Antonio leading by 7. Giannis outside. Billups with a screen for Antetokounmpo. Richmond outside. Pocket 6. Shoots over Maravich. Richmond with the bucket. Richmond's got 13.
On a roll here tonight. Richmond with a lot of offensive tools, and he is happy to show them off.
Pass to Unseld. Here's Cunningham, drilled from 11 feet out. Cunningham's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Billups dishes to Richmond. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Billups has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Richmond against Cunningham. Here's Unseld. 8 points for him. Abdul-Rahim passes to Cunningham. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. San Antonio leading by 10. Pass to Billups. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Billups has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security. Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Richmond against Maravich. Wembanyama, a screen on Maravich. Outside for Wembanyama. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Maravich. Pass to Cunningham. Butler against Maravich. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Maravich has got his first 2 points of the night.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Yep, that one goes in there. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
To the inside. That is good, and the Spurs lead has got down to just 10 points on the bucket from Bing.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 12. To the paint. Here's Richmond, and Richmond with the stuff.
And really, the playmaking skills that Giannis possesses are special. He's so difficult to guard and screen and rolls because of it.
Cunningham passes to Abdul Rahim. He takes it in. Here's Maravich. Yep, it counts. Maravich has got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Off target from outside. Lakers trail by 11. And here's Maravich. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. He has 6.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense. Yeah.
Outside, Billups. Richmond for 3. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Billups has got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Here's Bing. 10 points for him. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Giannis passes to Wembanyama. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Pass to Cunningham. Goes up on the high post. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And it goes down 2 points. Billups has got 8 points.
Continuously working in close. Billups earning that bucket.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Bing. He's guarded by Billups. Here's Cunningham. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an
Antetokounmpo passes to Richmond. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
offensively, defensively. They are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Abdul Rahim's shot is good.
And how about Abdul Rahim not letting the defense affect that shot, just staying with the task at hand?
Picked him clean. Here's Unseld. He's guarded by Billups. Unseld, the pass to Cunningham. Here's Bing. He's got 10. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Stockton. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 8 rebounds in this game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Pete Maravich.
Just a physical bull is Richmond. Also, he has the explosiveness to go with the physicality. That's a good recipe for drawing fouls.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
first one falls for him. And so Richmond nails both of them. The Lakers with the ball.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Smith with a screen on Billups. Stockton with no one around him. Traps in the tray. Stockton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's San Antonio out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
But don't stop the aggressiveness. Here we go. You got shots, let them fly.
And that's the thing about Greg Popovich. As long as you're taking good shots, he doesn't want you to hesitate, doesn't want you to stop.
Well, and the offense is designed to create opportunities. So if you pass up the opportunity, you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of the exercise.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got White. Michael Porter's out there with Johnson. Then there's Noah. And it's Smith in at the shooting guard. Johnson kicks to Porter. Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Fires the three. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Lakers trail by 15. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Sharman, the pass to Stockton. Smith outside. Here's Sharman. San Antonio with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. White drives in. A shake. And Ware pulls it down.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Richmond, and he converts the layup.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game. But they might need someone else to step up as well.
White against Stockton. And White kicks to Porter. Outside, White. There's the three. And Ware pulls it down.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Nice shot by Smith.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Get up, get down. It's your Lakers.
Spurs. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Well, he's a guy you have to watch anywhere on the floor. Porter Jr. does have that mid-range ability.
Here's Bridgman. Some solid defense from Butler.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Lakers ball.
Cunningham is checked in for the Lakers.
Number 23, Billy Cunningham.
Enzo Stockton will bring it up for the Lakers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Cunningham against Butler. And stolen by White. Pass to Butler. Noah trying to get open. And it's Butler missing. Lakers trail by 13. Inside. It's deflected. It's stolen by White. And here comes the break. Jumps up. Butler attacks in transition.
Yeah, and Butler pretty scary when he gets out in transition.
Now Smith. Back to Stockton. A 3-ball. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got his 5th rebound in this one. Porter finds Butler. Here's White. Rebounded by the Lakers. Unzeld's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Bridgman. Rebound San Antonio. Noah's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Smith the pass to White. Noah with a screen on Cunningham. 5 to shoot. White, good.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Bridgman, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Defense was all over it. Fading away. That's a tough shot.
And then Smith with the dunk.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Stockton kicks to Smith. Cunningham on the wing. Defended by Butler. Butler against Cunningham. Pass to Stockton. Shoots over White. Stockton's shot is off.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
White dishes to Butler. Porter with it. Over Smith. And there's Porter on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And that shot is a confidence builder for Porter Jr. When he's hitting these, you know he's feeling it.
And J.J.
Screen, screen, screen.
Stay on him. Hey, watch the pick.
Way to go, baby.
And one.
You got it out. You got it out.
With the foul.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Check Stockton. Oh, yes, sir.
It's all good. Noah. I'll do it.
The Memphis players making their way through the tunnel earlier. And the home... Welcome, everyone, to NBA Basket. And right in the middle of winter, hot off the press, some fresh power... rankings. Well, they're struggling to make a move, despite a commendable effort on their part.
I think for the Kings, they're still trying to find a way to play to their full potential in a holding pattern of sorts right now. But that could change with a couple good games.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Lauri Markkanen, and it's Ginobili in at the shooting guard position. And for Memphis, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Olajuwon in at the center, locking down the middle. And the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Here's Markkanen, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Here's Shays, pure from three-point range.
Yeah, moving the ball with a purpose. Lauri Markkanen, nice pass.
Parker passes to Olajuwon. Here's the floater, and it's Shays with a rebound. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Price. Memphis with a rebound. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Sacramento this season. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said, we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Following the score by Sacramento, here's Parker. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Price, and the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Aldridge outside. The three sinks the tray.
On offense, LaMarcus is so dependable. He's ready to make the play from wherever he is on the floor.
There's the drive. Price gets the bucket.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Pass to Olajuwon. Now Hill. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Here's Olajuwon. Now with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Price gets the bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Count that bucket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
The Kings have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Price. Parker defending. Price gets the bucket. Price has got 7 points in the game. All right, Richard, we're right here in the middle of the season. What's the mindset at this point?
Well, there's still a lot of games to be played. So this portion of the year is all about staying focused and engaged, as well as getting your body ready for the most important stretch of the season.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. The 4th spot held by the Grizzlies.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Inside. And Aldridge with the slam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Yao. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Here's Parker. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies' team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
And he makes both free throws. Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, B.A. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that trend changes for them anytime soon.
Here's Shays. 5 points in the game.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Dumars. They get it again. Tries again. No luck on that one.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Here's Price. He has 7. 6 to shoot. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
He's been in the zone from the tip. 4 of 5 already. Sheesh.
Aldridge outside. Back to Parker. To the paint. Here's Olajuwon. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Here's Price. Parker defending. Inside. Ooh, it's stolen away. And he's going for the lob. And Aldridge with the slam.
You can't run the alley-oop from much further out than that.
That was absolutely crazy. Markkanen outside. Pass to Price. To the left wing. Jacks up a 3. Shays with the bucket. Shays has got 8.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Timeout call. Memphis.
All right, fans, it's dance time. Get ready to dance. Let's have a round of applause. Union Dance Wrestling.
Porzingis, he's checked in for the Kings. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Markkanen.
Substitution on the court.
The Grizzlies have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. Lopez, the screen. Here's Parker. And he banks in the layup. Parker's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Price. 9 points in the game. Outside Porzingis. A deep 3. Aldridge pulls down the board. Memphis leading. And when Porzingis can be a 3rd option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a 2nd option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
They have no answer defensively inside.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. Here's Shays. Give him 8 points now. Oh, deflected. Parker against Kuminga. The teardrop. And rejected. Here's Ginobili. Middleton covering. Ginobili, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Lopez, always a nice way to start, makes his first one.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Price. Parker defending. Pass to Porzingis. 4 seconds left. Here's Chase. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
A big-time effort for LaMarcus Aldridge, providing a lot of energy for the Grizzlies. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Taking a look at the Kings, Tyrese Maxey is out there with Johnson. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Kuminga, and it's Shays in at the 4 spot. Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt, or I would have been out of league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
The first free throw is good. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, B.A., injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Now here's Parker. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Pass to Dumars. Puts up a 3. Parker, and that's good. Parker's got 11 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Maxey against Aldridge. What a breakout 4th year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
That one misses. For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
B.A., they had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries, and there is nothing more valuable than experience.
Nash misses. Kings trail by 8. And he's going for the oop here, and stolen by Middleton. Pass to Nash. 4-3. Middleton, no good. Sacramento has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup.
Look, when Porzingis has it there, there's not much you can do defensively.
Memphis leading by 6. Lopez, the screen on Johnson. Here's Dumars.
They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Game's foul. Golf changed. His 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Maxey with it. Coming off a 12-point game. And he buries his first look.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Grizzlies lead by 6. Timeout call. Memphis.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play. In 3rd, Memphis.
And look, that stat is absolutely no fluke. It's just a matter of getting hot from long range. They are working hard to find good, open looks from the perimeter.
Outside, Hill. Pass to Nash. And he lobs it up top.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Maxey passes to Yao. Down low. Here's Shays. Grizzlies with the rebound. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
I actually thought their execution at times was excellent, but they failed to come through in those important moments.
And it's just a couple of bad breaks, and then you're on the losing end. I'm sure they're going to bounce back quickly.
Here's Cummings. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Outside Johnson. Outside Maxey. Launches a 3. Drains the triple. Maxey's got 6.
From three-point land, few guys in this league are better than Maxey. You have to run him off that line.
Pass to Dumars. Here's Nash. Here's Dumars, covered by Johnson. And here is Hill. Here's the teardrop. It's deflected.
And this is crucial for Markkanen's overall development, that he ups his defense and looks to block some shots.
Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Maxey. From the arc. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Grizzlies lead by 7. Here's Cummings. And Maxey over to help. Cummings, good. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Shays from behind the arc. Missed it. 4 for 8 in the contest.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Timeout call, Sacramento. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. A 12-point game. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, we'll see how they respond after that weak performance. It should tell us a lot about their character as a team.
It's tipped. To the inside. Here's Yao. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Grizzlies lead by 10. Pass to Olajuwon. And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it. And here's what Memphis' schedule looks like. On Wednesday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come to town. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Denver Nuggets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Rockets, things starting to solidify as that game is going to be number 10 on the year for them. Teams will be getting sharper every time out.
Kings trail by 10. Here's Gervin. Pass to Yao. Markkanen with it. Oh, the 7-footer, Lauri Markkanen.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Here's Olajuwon. Out to the wing. Here's Cummings. And another miss by Memphis.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Maxey. It's hauled in by Nash. Memphis leading by 8. Into the lane. Blocked! And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. So the Kings making a change here.
In for the Kings, number 25, Mark Price.
to the middle. And stolen by Markkanen. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Here's Gervin, and a strong finish with two hands.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Nash to the inside. Here's Cummings. Right through the D for the layup. Cummings has got 8 points in the quarter. Kings trail by 8. There's 49 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Price. High arcing shot. Memphis with a rebound. Olajuwon's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Nash. Rebounded by Johnson.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
To the right side. Here's Gervin. Here's Yao. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Yao's gotten his second bucket of the game.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More 2K action in just a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the third half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. One more club around the ball for our contestant.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Taking a look at Memphis. They haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Kings.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Grizzlies lead by 6. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Dumars in at shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Olajuwon, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Shays has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ginobili, pass to Price. For 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Dumars. Aldridge with the bucket. Aldridge has got 11 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Pass to Ginobili. Markkanen outside. Here's Shays. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. Tipped. And stolen by Aldridge. And now the Grizzlies on the run. And that one's good. Dumars.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Kings trail by 10. Here's Price. 9 points in the game. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Parker. Here's Dumars. Buries it from 3. Dumars has got 5 points in the quarter.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Pass to Price. Markkanen with a screen on Parker. Clock at 6. Can they get it? And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assist. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
That free throw no good.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
And he sinks the second. Grizzlies lead by 12. Parker outside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough NBA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Timeout called. The Kings. And during the last month's worth of play, here are the top rebounding squads in the league. Memphis, 4th.
And last month, this team was active on the glass. Really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
Yao passes to Price. Here's Shays. Let's go with a 3. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Parker outside. Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Pass Pass to Shays. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shays at the line for 2.
And he drops it first. Brook Lopez is checked in for Memphis. Middleton comes in for Hill. Porzingis is checked in for Sacramento. Kuminga comes in for Markkanen. Both shots good from the stripe. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, BA, and I liked it. The Stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Dumars. Another shot. And he lays it in. Dumars has got 7 points for the quarter.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Pass to Shays. Outside Kuminga. And there's a pick. Over Middleton. And another miss by Sacramento.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Parker, a screen on Kuminga. Back to Parker. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Price. Parker defending. Pass to Shays. Takes a 3. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Here's Dumars. And here's Parker. That shot is off. Good D by Porzingis. Kings trail by 12. Outside Kuminga. Here's Price. Oh, it's blocked by Aldridge.
A quick leaper with good instincts. Aldridge can be so disruptive as a defender.
Dumars passes to Parker. Goes back up. Here's Lopez. Got a piece of it. Outside Kuminga. Down low. Ginobili. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Memphis?
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
That shot's good by Parker.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Sacramento. They trail by 11. Timeout call, Sacramento. Johnson, he's checked in for the Kings.
King substitution, number 22, Eddie Johnson.
Pass to Maxey. To the inside. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Parker against Maxey. Parker passes to Pressey. Floats one up. And Parker with the lay-in. Parker's got 6 points in the quarter.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Parker against Maxey. Misses off the right iron.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Parker passes to Pressey.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Eddie Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Memphis making a switch here.
Grizzlies, number 13, Steve Nash.
A minute 35 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And no good. Kings trail by 11. Out to the right wing. Gervin pass to Porzingis. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lopez. And if you're looking for proficiency in scoring over the last month, look no further than this group. Kristaps Porzingis on top.
One of the hottest players in the league. He's been really sharp from the field recently.
A minute 22 left in the third. And here's Kuminga for three. The Grizzlies pull it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Pressey. Maxey covering. Pressey, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Outside Maxey. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
What a read by Maxey. Sees how the play opens up and sends the ball that way.
Pass to Cummings. Inside. Lopez. Banked it in off the glass. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents.
Free throw's good from Maxey.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
He's perfect from the line this time. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Pressey. No made baskets yet. Here's Lopez. The shot no good. Good D by Porzingis. Kings trail by 9.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Pass to Cummings. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And so it's Memphis up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back to the game. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Here's Maxey. All right, a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth quarter. Lauri Markkanen out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Maxey, and it's Gervin in at the 3. Porzingis misses. Memphis leading by 8. Now Hill. Pass to Dumars. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Parker's checked in. Kings trail by 11. Here's Gervin. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Aldridge outside. Over Markkanen. Aldridge with the bucket.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Here's Ginobili. Back to Maxey. Lays it up and banks it in.
A physical scoring guard. Maxey is at home on the inside.
Memphis leading by 9. Pass to Dumars. Parker the screen. Lets it go. Dumars misses. Sacramento has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Maxey passes to Yao. And that one's good.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Outside, Hill. Pass to Aldridge. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Such a nice touch on the ball from Aldridge. He knows exactly how much power to put on the inside shot.
The Kings call timeout. To hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any 3 they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Markkanen outside. Pass to Price. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, that was an excellent play right there, using his strength to power through contact.
Mark Price, shooting 1.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Aldridge outside. The 15-footer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Ginobili. And that one, good.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
It's Parker on the attack and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
They get it back to the wing on the left. To the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And that one's good. Dumars. And it's an 8-point Grizzly lead.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
Pass to Shays. To the paint. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Kings trail by 6. Markkanen outside. Shays with the bucket. Shays has got 20.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Hill finds Aldridge. Inside. Here's Olajuwon. The basket is good. Off the setup from Aldridge. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Here's Price. Pass to Yao. Six on the shot clock. Here's Shays from outside the arc. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
That's his third 3 of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
Now Aldridge fires from 14. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Shays. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, looks like somebody came out this half on a mission. And his intensity on offense has been fun to watch.
Pass to Dumars. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
The Kings call timeout. Kings trail by 3. Here's Price. To tie it up. Dumars grabs the miss. Pass to Olajuwon. Parker outside. Driving to the basket. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
I think I've lost track of how many of their possessions have ended exactly like that.
Efficiency is key, especially down the stretch.
Here's Price. Parker defending. Here's Ginobili. Pulls up on the wing. Is rebounded by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the inside. And And Aldridge with the slam.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Here's Price. Parker defending. Pass to Ginobili. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3. Ginobili's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Aldridge. Second chance shot, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second team foul. At the line for your Grizzlies, Hakeem Olajuwon. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And Sacramento making a change here. Maxi's checked in. And he does get the second one. And that puts him up 5. 1:04 left in the final quarter. On the take. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
When it comes down to crunch time, Maxey wants the ball in his hands.
Parker against Maxey. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Just lost his head out there. It will happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
So it's all come down to this.
It's really that time where your leaders must step up.
With the second effort. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Dumars. And it goes. As the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for 1.
One shot.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
Timeout called. The Kings. 23 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
23 seconds left in the fourth. Ginobili, pass to Markkanen. Down low. Stolen! Up top, Parker. Maxey covering. And they go to the intentional foul.
Personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for two, Tony Parker.
Shooting two.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. And an intentional foul right there.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
At the line for Memphis, Hakeem Olajuwon. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up by 9. And so he hits both.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And now, our player of the game.